Hello to everybody and welcoming all of you people to listen the online classes of our esteemed institution, Diamond Group of Institutions, and I am P. Chandrasekhar, Faculty of Zoology. Today we will discuss the questions regarding the kingdom Animalia vertebrates. So it is also very important chapter regarding this need. And of course, the questions as like this. Now the questions like the first question is all mammals without any exception are characterized by. That means whatever the mammals are so far belongs to the Mammalia class of the vertebrates. Every mammal has to have that character. So the options are like this. Viviparity biconcave red blood cells. Of course, viviparity, all the mammals are not supposed to give birth to all the children, particularly the mammals which are belongs to the Prototheria, which are popularly named as the egg-laying organism itself. Of course, here the biconcave red blood cells are commonly present. But here this A option is not related. That means A option is not present among all the mammals itself, and extra abdominal testis and four-chamber heart is naturally present, but the extra abdominal testis are not present in some of the mammals, even dolphins and elephants like. So in which organism the testes are simply present inside of the abdominal cavity itself. That's why the B option is also not related to this question. And C option, heterodont teeth and 12 pairs of the cranial nerves can be present. Of course, heterodont teeth can be present, but here the number of teeth can be little different itself. So that's why the type of teeth is correct. Heterodont and as well as 12 pairs of the cranial nerves are commonly present. The most important character which is compulsory present in all the mammals, that is called D option, a muscular diaphragm and milk producing glands can be present. Of course, you know that the muscular diaphragm can able to divide the body cavity of the mammals into the thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity. Not only that, the muscular diaphragm is initiating or stimulating or helpful in the respiration, and as well as milk producing glands are naturally present. And so just that's why the organism which contain or which possess the milk secreting glands or mammary glands, then only they are included under class Mammalia itself. That's why the D option is compulsory present. So that's why I am opting the D option as the correct option for this question. Now we go for the other question. Retrogression metamorphosis is seen in. The options are like that. Just here we have to know that what do you mean of retrogressive metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is nothing but the larval stages are gradually developed into the advanced adult organism can be named as a metamorphosis. In most of the organism, whatever the primitive characters are so far present in the larval stages, after completion of the metamorphosis, then they are developed into the adult stage with mature characters or advanced characters can be present in adult stage. But it is different process. Retrogressive metamorphosis means in the larval stages all the chordate characters are so far present. Once it is complete the retrogressive metamorphosis to attain into the adult stage, the primitive and undeveloped characters are supposed to present in the one of the following organism. That process can be named as the retrogressive metamorphosis. The retrogressive metamorphosis is naturally seen among the urochordates. That means the nerve, particularly the notochord or dorsal view, is confined to the tail part of the larval stage only. So the best example for that is the Hadimania. Hadimania is the best example for a retrogressive metamorphosis because of it belongs to the urochordate or subphylum of the chordate itself. And here B is the Gambusia. Gambusia affinis is one of the biological control of the mosquitoes itself, whereas frog is one of the amphibian, and butterfly is also one of the invertebrate which belongs to the phylum Arthropoda itself. Among A, B, C, D, A option is the correct option for that. So that's why I am opting the A option for this question. And after that we go for the next question. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? So here now options are like this. One group is given animals and morphological features. Now which of the options are so far matched? One is the crocodile. Naturally, of course, though it is a reptile and it shows some of the mammalian characters, that is called thecodont is present and palate is present, and as well as four chamber heart is also present. Like that here crocodile is well matched with the four chamber heart itself, and sea urchin. Sea urchin is belongs to the, of course, echinodermata. The parapodia is not at all present in sea urchin. That's why the second option is not at all correct. This and obelia. Obelia belongs to the class Hydrozoa of the Coelenterata, which shows the metagenesis itself. What do you mean of metagenesis? Means alternation of generation. What do you mean of alternation of generation? The obelia is the best example for the colonial organism of the Coelenterata, in which colony two of the small animals or small structures can be present. They are simply called as the zooids, and the zooids are two types. One is called polyp and medusa. Polyp is always undergoes asexual reproduction to give rise medusa, and immediately the medusa can be undergo sexual reproduction to produce the polyp itself. This is itself is called alternation of generation, or else which is also called metagenesis itself. That's why the third is also well matched with the animal. The name of the animal is obelia, and morphological feature is exhibiting by this animal as the metagenesis is well matched. And fourth one is the lemur. Lemur is a primitive mammal. Naturally, all the mammals will be contain the thecodont itself. Now the fourth one is also well matched this. So that's why only among 1, 2, 3, 4, only the second one is not matched with the one of the morphological character. Remaining 1, 2, 1, 3, 4 is correct. Now we go for the selection of the option. The first option is 1 and 2, not correct. And this B option is the 1, okay, 3 and 4 is correct. That's why the B option is correct option for this question. And after that C is the 2, 3, 4. It is also not related this. And D option is the 1 and 4 is also partially correct, but one of the correct option is missed, that is the third itself. Now for sake of this question, the B option is correctly placed 1, 3 and 4 itself. That's why I am opting the B option as the correct option for this question. Now we go for the other question. What is common between parrot, platypus and kangaroo itself? Now you go that parrot is the one among the flying bird or flight bird, and platypus is the one of the mammal itself. Of course, it belongs to the Prototheria. The Prototherian is one group of the mammals which are simply called as the primitive mammals. And the kangaroo, little advanced than platypus itself. The kangaroo is nothing but it is one group of the mammalia which belongs to the Metatheria itself. The pouched mammals, of course, the best example is the kangaroo itself. Among three of the animals, what is the commonest character of this? Just we see that oviparity, and parrot is the oviparous, and platypus is also oviparous, whereas kangaroo is a viviparous itself. That's why it is not related. Homeothermy. Homeothermy means all of the parrot, platypus and kangaroo, these are the three of the examples which are simply comes under homeothermy, because they are the only group of organism which can be maintained a constant body temperature forever or till their death itself. That's why the B option is correct for these three of the animals itself, whereas C is the toothless jaws. Of course, in case of parrot and platypus are the best example for toothless, whereas kangaroo will contain the teeth on both the jaws itself, and D, the functional post-anal tail is present. Yet the tail particularly present in the kangaroo and parrot also. So that's why among the A, B, C, D, the B option is correct option for this question. That's why I am opting the B option as the correct. Now we go for the next question. Reason of death of a patient due to cobra bite is. So that means when any one of the human being is suffering from the bite of cobra, and immediately the death will be happened. So what is the effect of poison of the cobra on the victim itself? Now the options are given like that: destruction of RBC. So basically what we have to know that the poison of the poisonous snakes are classified into two types itself. The one is the hemotoxic poison and second one is the neurotoxic poison. Hemotoxic poison is itself is called the poison of the some of the poisonous organism can be disturb the RBC, blood vessels and blood cells also. That will be mostly confined to the vipers itself. Viper means Russell viper and rattlesnake of America itself. These are the two of the best example for the viper. And remaining all the poisonous snakes will be contain the neurotoxic poison itself. So here the poisonous snakes which contain the neurotoxic poisonous substance, if it is injected into any of the victim person, certainly it can be influence on the nervous system. It can be ruptured and break down the nervous system, or else it can be inactivate the nerves of the victim itself. Now we go for the option like this. A option is the destruction of RBC. It is not at all concerned with the bite of cobra itself, because of the cobra is one of the poisonous snake which contain the neurotoxic poisonous substance. That's why when the cobra bites a person, there is no effect on the RBC itself. Now the B option is the inactivation of nerves. What I said, the neurotoxic poisonous substance of the cobra can be influence on the nervous system and just to convert the active neurons or active nerves into the inactivated nerves itself. That's why the B option is the correct option for this question. And after that, C is the permanent contraction of muscles. It is also not concerned with this, and D is the none of this. D is also not concerned with, only the B option is the correct option for this. Now you go for the other question. Which of the following is true about a preen gland? Of course, you have to know that what do you mean of preen gland? Preen gland is nothing but it is also named as the uropygeal gland, or else which is also named as the oil gland itself. The oil gland is naturally present just below the tail part of the flying birds itself. Okay. Now go for the what is the purpose of uropygeal gland? Oil gland or uropygeal gland is confined to the birds, which is used to secrete the oily-like substance. With the help of oily-like substance, the birds can be maintain the healthy feathers itself. That is the purpose of presence of the uropygeal gland. Now options are given like this. A, occurs in bird. It is also just occurs in bird. Naturally, it is present in birds. And the second one is the also known as the uropygeal gland. This is also true. And three option, third is the occurs in bat. Occurs in bat is not correct, and whereas helps in the digestion. Here the oil gland is secrete oil, but it is not helpful in the digestion itself. That's why third and fourth is not correct. Now we go for the options are like that. Why A, B, C, D. And A option is taken or included 1, 2 and 3 are correct. It is not at all correct to this question. 1 and 2 are correct. That's why B option is correct because of present in the birds and also known as the uropygeal gland itself. The B option is the correct option for this question, whereas C is the second and 4 partially correct. 2 is the correct, but whereas 4 are not correct. 4 is not correct. And D is the 1 and 3 are correct. 1 is correct, but 3 is not correct. So among the A, B, C, D, the B option is correct option for this. Now you go for the other question. Cartilaginous fish have. Cartilaginous fish have. Of course, what is the scientific name? All the cartilaginous fishes are naturally included under one of the class that is called chondrichthyes fishes itself. The chondrichthyes fishes are popularly named as the marine fishes also. So here why they are called cartilages? Because of the endoskeleton of these group of fishes are naturally made with the cartilaginous itself, and they contain the placoid scales. Of course, the options are given like A, placoid scales are present, what I said. The exoskeleton of the cartilaginous fishes are present in the form of placoid scales, and the second one is the cycloid or ctenoid scales, which are not present in the cartilage but which are present in the osteichthyes group of pisces itself. And here the third one is the storal wall. The storal wall is present, and whereas the fourth one is the operculum is not present. Operculum is also not present, like cycloid or ctenoid scales and operculum. These two of the characters are not so far present in the cartilaginous fishes. Only 1 and 3 placoid scales and along with the storal wall is present in the alimentary canal. Now options are given like that. A option is given 1, 2 and 3 are correct. It is not at all correct. Not applicable for this question. B option is the 1 and 2 correct. Of course 1 is correct but 2 is not correct for this question. And C option is the 2nd and 4 are correct. Of course 2nd is not correct and 4th is also not correct. That's why the C option is also not related to this question. And D option is the 1 and 3 are correct. Of course, the placoid scales are included one, and the skull wall is present in the third. That's why the D option is correct for this question. So I am opting the D for this. And after that, you go for the other question. The animals have the innate ability to escape from the predation. Example for the same are given below. Select the incorrect example itself. Of course, most of the insects, or else one of the best example, that is the chameleon, and as well as amphibians, frog of the amphibian. These are the sum of the organism which can be change the body color and easily escape from their predators itself. So in that way, some of the examples are so far given, but we have to select the incorrect option or incorrect word or option itself. A option is the enlargement of body size by swallowing air in pufferfish. So any enemy or any predator is supposed to attack on the pufferfish. Naturally, it can be enlarge the body size and easily escape from the natural enemies itself. That's why A is correct. And B the mechanism in moths itself. What I said, the coloration of the body can be changes by the moths itself in order to escape from their enemies, natural enemies or predators itself. That's why B is also correct. C is the poison fangs in snakes. And C option is not correct because of what I said. On the basis of presence and options of the poisonous apparatus, the snakes are simply classified into two types. If the poisonous apparatus is not present, they are simply called as the non-poisonous snakes. When the non-poisonous snake, there is no presence of the fangs itself. That's why the presence of fangs is not a character of all the poisonous and non-poisonous snakes to escape from their predators itself. That's why C option is the incorrect option for this question. And D option is the color change in chameleon. What I said, the color change of the body by the chameleon, which is simply called as the camouflage or mimicry itself. That's why among the A, B, C, D, C option is the incorrect option for this. Now I am opting the C as the incorrect. Now you go for the next question. Which of the following is an egg-laying mammals itself? What I said, the mammals are simply classified into three of the classical groups. One is the Prototheria, and second group is the Metatherians, and third one is the Eutherians itself. The Prototherians are the unadvanced or primitive mammals, whereas Metatherians are little or moderately developed, and Eutherians are completely advanced mammals itself. Now, which of the group of mammals are simply called as the egg-laying mammals itself? Now, the options are given like this. A is the whale. Of course, whale is the one of the Eutherian mammal itself. Whale is the viviparous, and platypus is the best example for the egg-laying organism or egg-laying mammals itself. And C option is the penguin. Penguin is belongs to the class of aves itself. That's why it is not at all concerned. And D option is the kangaroo. And the immature offspring is supposed to delivered or giving birth by the kangaroo itself. That's why among A, B, C, D, the B option is egg-laying mammal itself. That's why opting the B option and the egg-laying mammals itself. Now you go to select the B option and the correct option for this. Now you go with the other question. Statement A. All metatherians are placental mammals. And statement B is given like that. All placental mammals have menstrual cycle. Here statement A is not correct because of all metatherians are not placental mammals. What is said, I given the best example. Kangaroo is the best example for the metatherian. The metatherians are simply called as the pouched mammals itself. That's why A option or statement A is not correct, which is false. And statement B is the all placental mammals are naturally having the menstrual cycle itself. So the statement B is correct, whereas statement A is not correct. Now options are given like this. A option. Statement A is true, statement B is false. The A option is not correct. And B option is the statement A is false and statement B is true. So in that way the B option is correct option for this question. Whereas C option is the both statements A and B are true. It is not correct. And D option is the both statements A and B are false. Now among the A, B, C, D, the B option is correct option for this. So you select the B itself. Now you go for the other question. Which one of the following animal belongs to cyclostomata? You know that the cyclostomata is itself is explaining that the circular mouth is present, teeth are not present. So they are actually two of the examples are so far included under cyclostomata, Petromyzon and hugfish, or Petromyzon and Myxin. These are the best example for the cyclostomes itself. Now the options are given like that. Channel fish, Chanus fish, it is not related this. And B is the Lord mummy. So here this is also not related with dodo is the bird. Of course dodo bird is not related to this question, and only D option is the correct option, that is called Petromyzon. Petromyzon is the best example for the cyclostome along with the Myxin itself. So what is the speciality of the Petromyzon? So naturally it is the best example for the anadromous migration itself. Anadromous means during the breeding season it is naturally migrated from seawater into the fresh water. Then it is the best example for the anadromous fish itself. Now regarding this question, D option is correct one. Now the next question is in sharks one of the following is absent. So in absent, what are the characters are so far present, and one among the characters is not present. A option is the claspers. Of course, claspers are naturally present, or the pelvic fins are simply modified to form the claspers. It is helpful in the sexual dimorphism itself. If the claspers are present, which are helpful to identify the male shark itself. If the claspers are not present, that could be the female. Not only that, the claspers are helpful and force the sperms into the female genital tract. So that will be helpful in the internal fertilization among the sharks itself. And B, the placoid scales. Naturally, the placoid scales are naturally present because of the sharks are also belongs to the cartilaginous group of fishes. The cartilaginous fishes are naturally included under a class of condyctis fishes itself. That's why B is also correct, and C is the cartilaginous endoskeleton. The C option is also correct for this because of the endoskeleton itself is made with the cartilaginous substance itself. The D option is the air bladder is not present. That is the D option. Included air bladder, which is not at all present in the sharks. That's why I am opting the D option for this. Now you go for the in echolocation. So in echolocation, the animal produces high frequency. In echolocation, the animal produces high frequency, and one is the A monkey. Echolocation means one among the options are given correct. So the mammal, though it is a mammal, it is unable to see the objectives directly with its eyes itself. So due to compensate the options of the functional eyes, the bat is supposed to produce a kind of ultrasonic sound itself. The ultrasonic sound is coming out from the objective, and that will be helpful to the bat to locate the objectives in its environment itself. That process can be named as the echolocation itself. Now options are given like that: A, B, C, D. A is the monkey, it directly see the objectives, and B the butterfly, which belongs to the arthropoda, it is also see the objective directly, and C is the bat. The bat is the best example for this. So the bat is the one of the mammal which is locating the objectives with the help of echolocation itself. Now D is the sparrow, which is also directly see the objectives with the help of its eyes itself. So now the B option is the correct option for this. Now you go for the another question: which of the following is the connecting link in between mammals and reptiles itself? What do you mean of connective links? The connective links are a group of organisms which are exhibiting the intermediate characters of two different groups. They are simply called as the connective links. I will give the one of the example. Peripatus is one of the example for connective link in between Annelida to the arthropoda itself. Like that here also. Here the A option is given Peripatus. It is a connective link in between Annelida and arthropoda. B the Belenoglassus. Belenoglassus belongs to the one of the invertebrate itself. So here Hemichordata, which belongs to Hemichordata, is not a connective link. And see the Ornithorhynchus. It is the one of the connective link in between mammals to the reptilians. So that's why the C option is correct for this option. Correct for this question. And D the Archaeopteryx. It is not a correct example for this. So that's why the C option is correct for this question. Now you go for the next question. The snake eating snake is. That means one of the specific character can be present among the cobras, particularly the king cobra is named, just it is scientifically named as the Nasa hanna. So when the other snakes are available to them, it can bite and feed on other snake itself. So that's why it is simply called as the Ophiophagus anna itself. Ophiophagus anna. And now we go for the A option is the black cobra. It is not an example for this. And here the B option is the correct option for this king cobra. The snake eating snake character can be seen in the king cobra. And whereas kite is the one of the example of poisonous snake, but it is not eat on another snake itself. And C option is also not correct. And D option viper, it is also one among the poisonous snake, but it is not feeds on another snake itself. That's why it is simply called as the viper. So now among the ABCD option, the B option is correct for this. That is called king cobra. Now we go for the other question: organ of Jacobson-Elfsen. So the Jacobson organs are so far developed in the snakes and as well as lizards of the reptilians itself. The most of the cases the Jacobson organs are helpful to smell the substances itself. That's why they are, of course, A is the touch, they are not tactile, and B is the vision, they are not at all concerned with the vision of the objective or vision of the organism, and only the C is the smell. They are Jacobson organs are mostly helpful in the smell. That's why C option is correct for this. And D option hearing, it is also not correct. D option is also not correct for this. Among A, B, C, D, C option is correct for this. So you have the C option. Now you go for the other question. One of the following species is termed as catadromous fish itself. What I said, anadromous and catadromous fishes are present. Anadromous means during the breeding season they migrated from seawater into the fresh water. They are the best. They are termed as the anadromous. The best example is the Petromyzon. And in case of rivers, during the breeding season, and some of the fishes are migrated from fresh water to the marine water, then they are simply called as the catadromous fish itself. The best example is the Ilsa species is the best example for the anadromous, not for catadromous. Mystic species which are also not related, and C option is the angula fish. This is the best example for the catadromous fish. Now the C option is the correct option, whereas D option is the Chernas species is also not concerned with the migration itself. That's why just among the A, B, C, D, the C option is the correct option for this question. I am opting the C option as the correct. Angula species is the correct C. Now the last question is like this. And which one of the following pairs of animals comprise jawless fishes itself? In which of the pair of fishes which are not having any teeth itself, jaws are not present? Here a lamprey and eel fishes. Lamprey is correct, but eel fishes are nothing but belongs to the cephalochordata itself. Now the mackerels and hagfishes. Here the hagfishes are correct, but mackerels are naturally provided with the jaws itself. Whereas C option is the lampreys and hagfish. The best example is the mixin and lampreys. Here the lamprey is nominally or commonly named. The Petromyzon is simply called as the lamprey, and mixin is simply called as the hagfishes. Both the options are correctly given in the C. That's why the C option is correct for this question. Whereas D is the guppies and the fishes. That means the small fishes can be small sized fishes are simply called as the guppies. They mostly present lives in the cold water. Guppies and fishes are provided with the jaws itself. Now among the A, B, C, D, the C option is the correct option for this, lamprey and hagfish. Now I am opting the C option as the correct. Not only that, with the help of this question, today my class is concluded. Thank you for you all, and next class will meet again and with the next topic itself.